I wanted to wish you all a very happy Independence Day, to all great American patriots. And of course, by that, I don't mean Democrats. My name is Katie Hopkins, and I might know some of you personally at this stage because for the last 5 years or so, I've been travelling on the road across America, whether that's sleeping on Skid Row to highlight the issue of homelessness under the Democrats, or volunteering in downtown Minneapolis at the George Floyd Memorial to better articulate exactly what was going on in downtown Minneapolis, or travelling across California during lockdown, giving people a reason to gather under gruesome Newsom, one of the worst men, I think, in the whole of America. But regardless, I still know that I am a foreigner and an outsider. When I'm doing talks in America, people will shout, "We took your tea and we threw it in the sea." I once made the mistake of saying, "You've chased our British arses out of here once before," and the audience were like, "Twice! We did it twice." So I know I'm the foreigner and I know I'm the outsider. And honestly, Americans can be quite weird. You can. I mean, you do crazy stuff with our language, like you have carts in the supermarket. We only have carts on the golf course. We have trolleys in the supermarket. And you think old things to you are old to us. Like you say, "Oh, this is really, really old, Katie. This building is really, really old." And I've got like relatives older than the building you're showing me that you're saying is really, really old. However, as much as you can be weird, you're also brilliant. And I wanted to just take a moment as a foreigner to remind you of those things. You have a constitution, the greatest single document ever written. And that is something you will always, always be super proud of. And as part of that, of course, you have your Second Amendment. And British people don't really understand weapons, and they certainly don't understand the Second Amendment, but I do, and South Africans do, and Australians do, and increasingly people are starting to, like the people of France, for example, right about now. So the fact that you still have your Second Amendment makes you one of the most precious things that we have in our shared fight for freedom. You also still have your faith, and you have strong men and women standing proudly in churches. We have lost so many of our churches. If anybody wants to try and say that Notre Dame burnt down by accident now, having seen what you've just seen in Paris, that's what's happening to our churches here. But in your country, your faith is still very, very strong. And most importantly, and the thing I really wanted to say, and I know many of you are aware of this, you don't get to see us, ordinary Brits, standing and cheering you on and supporting you. We have people who speak for us who we have nothing in common in, just as most decent Californians want nothing to do with gruesome Newsom. We have Sadiq Khan. He doesn't speak for us. So please know that over here in the UK, I mean, what are we? Allegedly, we're about 80 million, probably more like 95. We haven't really any idea who's in our country, just as you don't anymore at your southern border. And, 60 million or so British people are arseholes. But about 20 million decent British people stand right by your side, are with you in our fight for freedom, and are cheering you on. And we see things like cocaine in the White House thanks to Hunter Biden, and we know that it can only be a matter of time before the White House is returned to safe and strong hands, hopefully Trump's. Whatever your views, mine don't matter as a foreigner, I'm sure. I just wanted to let you know that your family extends well beyond the amazing United States of America and over here into Western Europe as well, and particularly in the UK, where so many of us are continuing to cheer you along. So from this little Brit whose arse you kicked out of your country so many years ago, I just wanted to wish you all the best. God bless your Constitution and your Second Amendment. God bless you for still having faith, and most importantly, for still looking after your splendid family. A very happy Independence Day from me, Katie Hopkins.